Hey everyone, you're listening to Ankur Variku on Voice with Variku. On this podcast, I talk to you about entrepreneurship, how to grow in life, manage personal finances, handle failures, and a lot more things that just come to my mind. The episode begins. In this episode, I want to talk about this one word that we say so often. Yes. Somebody comes, asks for help, we say yes. Somebody comes and asks for a favor, we say yes. Our manager comes, our teacher comes, our parents come, our friends come. They ask for something to be done. We say yes. And why do we say yes? Several reasons. We say yes because we're scared. We say yes because we want to be liked by that person. We say yes because we think it's the right thing to say. We say yes because we feel it will be a sign of weakness or a sign of incapability if we say no. But here's what happens when we say yes. Whenever you say yes to anything, you say no to something as well. Whenever you say yes to something, you say no to something as well. And we very rarely stop and ask ourselves, what are we saying no to? Because you know what? Some of those things could be very important. Here's an example. Let's say a company calls me for an offsite and says, hey, we're having this nice happy offsite and all the leadership is coming and we want to have someone motivational to come in and address that crowd. So why don't you fly in from Delhi, come to Bombay, Bangalore, or wherever else and spend that 1 hour? Great. But to spend that 1 hour, I have to take that flight, which is an early morning flight. I have to get to that point, give that 1 hour, perhaps spend another hour with that team and then fly back. Or perhaps if it's too late, stay that night and then fly back the next day. I've said yes to a lot of things. I've said yes to money because I'm being paid well for that. I've said yes to that experience, getting to meet people in person. I'm saying yes to having that brand under my repertoire so I have something proud to speak of. But here are the things that I'm saying no to. I'm saying no to my morning routine. I'm saying no to my meditation, my workout, my reading. I'm saying no to having my kids wake up when I go to wake them up. I'm saying no to the breakfast that I have with my wife. I'm saying no to the thinking time that I get when I sit and just reflect on what I want to do for the next 1 month, 1 quarter, 1 year, whatnot. I'm saying no to my afternoon nap, which I so love because maybe I'm that old and I enjoy it. I'm saying no to that lovely afternoon and evening meal that I have with my family. I'm saying no to saying goodbye or good night to my kids, putting them to bed. I'm saying no to sleeping on my own bed and catching up with my wife on how the day went. I'm saying no to so many things that I take for granted on a daily basis. So it's okay that you do it occasionally. You do it once a month, perhaps once every 2 months, even once every fortnight. But if you begin to say yes on a consistent, disciplined manner basis, almost every waking second of your life, you are deviating and going farther and farther away from the things that you're saying no to without recognizing what is it that they can do for you in the long run. So every single time that you say yes to staying up late, you are saying no to setting up a sleep schedule. Every time you say yes to drinking and to ordering in or eating out every day, you're saying no to good health. Every single time you say yes to a toxic relationship, you're saying no to your inner peace. Every single day, every single second that you're saying yes to a toxic job, a toxic manager, you're saying no to your own professional growth. Every single day that you're saying yes to spending as much as you're earning and getting all the fancy things that you want to show off that you have arrived, you're saying no to investing. You're saying no to a future that's secure. Measure what is it that you're saying yes to. Because in the short run, that yes looks lovely. It looks wonderful. It feels great. But it's only in the long run, when you go to the second, third, fourth, fifth order consequence of your questions and your decisions, you realize that the things you said no to were the things that actually make the biggest difference. If you're listening to this podcast, every single week, I have a conversation with you on something that I feel is important. It's an absolutely open, brutally honest conversation. And if you found value in what you just heard, I would love for you to subscribe and make sure that every single week when I put out this podcast every Thursday, you're notified of that. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode of Voice with Variku. To be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to subscribe and follow the show on this app right now. Also, don't forget to rate and review the show because that just feels nice. Thank you.